currently sub judice. Tushar Gupta.
Good evening, Akanksha. Running a Bollywood-style campaign, Zohran Mamdani is actually confusing himself for a Bollywood hero. He is the New York mayor, and the New York mayor has the executive oversight of the New York Police Department. Now, my simple question, or any rational man or woman would ask this question to Mamdani, would he be okay with people blocking the streets of New York? Would he be okay with the economics of New York being interfered by hooligans and arsonists? Would he be okay if the function of the New York Police Department is put under threat by a group of people who want to create deadlocks, who want to create chakka jumps within the city in the name of freedom of speech and expression? I'm sure he won't agree to it. But because he's sitting in the US, he believes it's his moral responsibility to lecture what happens in the other parts of the world. I understand where he derives this, mentality from. It's coming from the White House. One can understand that. But this has to do with an improper reading of the affairs in India. Umar Khalid is in jail not because he's a Muslim, not because he's a college-going student, not because he exercised his freedom of speech and expression. He's in jail because the Delhi police has clearly stated that he was a part of a larger conspiracy to create a deadlock within the city of Delhi, to get the law and order completely collapsed, to have a situation where everything would have gone out of control. He was going for chaos. Now, if Mamdani endorses that kind of a model for New York, by all means, he can think about Umar Khalid. But is this about just Umar Khalid? Is this a religious angle to it? Is this a global lobby supporting Umar Khalid? All these questions must be asked. But at the end of the day, I only want to leave Mamdani and his supporters with one question. If what was being done in December 2019 in Delhi is attempted in New York today, you'll see what happens there, not even in 24 hours, in the next 30 minutes. That is the difference between US and India.
Andrew Latham, if I could bring you. So, Tushar Gupta, many have in fact raised this question time and again from the other side of the political spectrum, whether it is Umar Khalid, Gulfisha Fatima, or even Sharjeel Imam, that they have been jailed in the Delhi riots conspiracy case since 2020 and on fabricated charges. Why shouldn't they be given the right to bail?
Were the Delhi riots a fiction? Fiction? The people who died in Delhi riots, was that fiction? When people call these charges fabricated, I don't understand. Do they think these are characters from the Harry Potter world we've just imported and put them inside prison? Do they think this is a video game going on? Akhil Swami very irresponsibly says these are fabricated charges. The charge sheet, one should go through the charge sheet. What was going on in West Delhi, on the border of Ghaziabad in Delhi?
I never said that. Akhil Swami, I'll give you time to come up with the counter. Let Tushar finish.
No. If Mamdani thinks that these charges are fabricated, I just want to ask him and his supporters, do they also think 9/11 was fiction? Do they think that the planes that flew into the World Trade Towers were fiction? It's very easy to dismiss that whatever happened in Delhi was somehow fabricated, the protests were fabricated. I remember you were covering Shaheen Bagh, Akanksha, and we used to listen to death calls against the Prime Minister and Home Minister back then. Was that fiction? Everything was captured on television. Every single piece of literature was circulated on social media, and it was only because of the pandemic that they stopped. But they had grander plans, one of which was the Delhi riots, and they accomplished it. Is that all fiction? Are we going to pretend that none of it happened? If all of it indeed happened, as was captured on television, as the records show, how are the charges fabricated? And if the charges are indeed fabricated, are they saying the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, and the media, the four pillars of democracy, are working against the poor Umar Khalid? What nonsense.
Fair enough. Akhil Swami,